I was quite nervous, when I got to Surat we had to do 3 days of isolation there. And I hadn't met anyone during that time, so for me, when I went to that first training session, I got to meet pretty much everyone there. It was a nerve-wracking half an hour or so, but as I greeted and got to meet and got to know some guys over that short space of time, it just made it seem so natural and so easy to be in that environment and feel yourself. And we got straight into training and got straight into the swing of things, and it just made me feel like I was part of the group instantly. The rich history that we have in this competition, that we wanted to make the playoffs desperately. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go our way this year, but to answer your question, really, we just weren't good enough in all 3 aspects of the game throughout the tournament. Just constantly, we had periods of we were really good with the bat, or we were really good with the ball, and we were really good with our fielding, but it just didn't happen consistently enough for us throughout. So we've gelled really well. I think where we've just been a little unlucky as well is we've had unfortunate injuries. We've had guys like Deepak Chahar, who was such a strong figure in our setup last year. He hasn't played a game this year. We had Adam Milne, who got injured quite early in the season, wasn't able to play another game after the first one. The big loss of Jadu, who injured himself in that RCB game. Having such a senior figure in the group like that to also suffer from injury has not been ideal. The fact that we've lost some close games and we haven't left the changing room feeling really despondent. One of the values and one of the ways, the CSK way, is to just keep your chin up and keep a smile on your face and not let it affect you too much, because if you do, that's probably when you start allowing those emotions to affect you in the next game and the next game, and then all of a sudden all your confidence is lost. That's probably one of the reasons why we're so successful as a group in the history of IPL. It's just because the guys keep a constant sort of emotional tact of themselves throughout the tournament, whether we win or lose. So that's probably one of the key things that keeps us moving forward.
Devons Sports v Kim.
My wife would say it's probably because I'm married now that I've had a good run of form, but I think, I just feel like at some point in your life you just feel content and you feel like, right, I'm happy where I'm at, and you can just sort of try and translate that in your cricket and just play with freedom and just enjoy it. If that's got something to do with a marriage, I don't know, but that's certainly the sort of form that I struck after I got married. So it's been a good ride since then. It's just the typical MS Dhoni movie again. I think he's done it so often throughout his career. As you say, he's just class, really, especially against one of our arch rivals in Mumbai. So I really, really wish that I was there in the dugout to sort of experience it on the field. But that wasn't to be. I was just fortunate enough to be watching it from South Africa in a restaurant and getting all the people around me to sort of cheer every single run. So it was actually pretty cool. I think people in the restaurant must have looked at our table thinking, what are these guys going on about, really? So it was fantastic, and it's certainly a performance and a win that I will remember for a very long time, even though I wasn't even there. Firstly, I would say thank you so much for all their support. Even through all the losses, the numbers and the support that we've felt coming to the ground and cheering us on, it's just been spectacular. You couldn't ask for a better fan base, so we're very grateful to have all the supporters and the fans that we do. To see all the CSK shirts in the stadiums with Dhoni 7 on them, it's just pretty special to see. So I would firstly say thank you, and then the other thing I'd say is just we'll bounce back next year. We all know that it wasn't quite our year this year. We can accept that, we can move on, but we will bounce back next year. It's not because of a lack of trying or lack of practice. We just didn't quite play at our best this year, and things will be better next year for sure.